Very good evening, friends, and welcome to today's lecture. So, in yesterday's lecture, we have visited this candlestick patterns, and the reason why we look at the candlestick patterns is we get to know how the other side of the trader is thinking. What is his thought process? Just a moment. Yeah. So that was the reason that we were looking at candlestick patterns. We'll get to know which side is more aggressive. The seller side is more aggressive or the buyer side is more aggressive. And we also want to be on the same side where the more aggressiveness is there. And how will we quantify that aggressiveness? We'll see who was stronger at the end of the day, and by the end of the day were they able to maintain the same strength. So sometimes the strength starts from the start of the day, and sometimes it starts from the middle of the day. But what matters to us is at the end of the day, are they able to hold that strength or not? If they are able to hold that strength, then that trend will continue for some time. Now, yesterday we looked at shooting star pattern. Let us see the same on today's Tata Steel chart. So today in Tata Steel on 30-minute time frame, there was a clear shooting star on 30-minute time frame. See here, this is the shooting star. And we know that if the shooting star's body is red in color, we'll not wait for any confirmation. So immediately at the close of this, we can initiate a trade. So what is the closing price? 354.3. So if you want to just be on a safer side, you can initiate at 354 as well. So below 30 paisa of that closing price. And what is the low that it made today after that 354? It is 348.5. So that's around 6 rupees, which is more than 1%. In a single day, you're going to get more than 1%. Now, you know what is the interest rate that a bank gives to you? What is the interest rate that you get if you deposit your money in a fixed deposit? Or for that thing, you can take any business on an average per annum. If you get 10% on your capital, that is way more. And bank on a savings deposit account, you will only get 2.5%. For public sector bank, it is only 2.5%. And for private sector banks, below 1 lakh rupees, you will get 4% per annum. Above 1 lakh, you will be getting 6% per annum. This is the max. If you go to fixed deposit, all these NBFCs like Kotak Mahindra or this Bajaj Finance, they are giving somewhere around 9%, that too for senior citizens. But here we are talking about 1% in a single day. And if you are able to maintain this consistency, in a month on an average, you will be getting 15 to 20%. And like that, you have 12 months in a year. So it won't be very tough for you to double your capital within a year if you are able to maintain the consistency, if you are able to strictly follow the rules laid here. So why were we short on Tata Steel today? Because there is a shooting star pattern, and this area, not this is not the first time price faced a resistance. Already there is a rejection here. This is not a pattern at all. This green candle, it is not showing you any kind of pattern, but the rejection is seen. We know that if there is a tail on the upside, if there is a shadow or wick on the upside, I consider that as a rejection from the top. So sellers are active in this area. but I don't have any pattern as of now, so I'll stay calm. When price enters into this zone once again, if I get a pattern, that's a double confirmation for me. So first is the resistance area, and second, there is a bearish candlestick pattern. And since the body is red in color, I'll not wait for any confirmation, and at the closing price itself, or 30 or 40 paisa based on the price of the stock, I'll wait and I'll initiate my short. Now this profit that you're seeing, this is in terms of dollars, because trading view, and this is paper trading here, not the real account. And the percentage, the profit that you're able to see is in terms of dollars. So you have to multiply that by 75 or 75 right now. So I wanted to show you in today's class. That is the reason I did a paper trading here. So that is shooting star that you're able to see. And this is the power of patterns. You should not neglect them. Yes, there are people who have already tried these patterns and they are not able to succeed. That is only because they don't know the logic behind it. They try to search for these patterns anywhere in between the trend, which is not at all correct. So you have to look for bearish patterns only near the resistance. You have to look for bullish patterns only near the support, because support and resistance are already a demand and supply zones. So if price is coming near support, what does that mean? There are people who are eagerly waiting to buy in that zone. Either they might have not got a chance earlier, or this time they want to establish new positions, whatever it might be. They are ready to show their aggressiveness in that particular area. So we'll only look for bullish patterns there. No, that's a perfect shooting star. I told you, you should not be rigid in finding out the patterns. You should be flexible. Now here, if you only concentrate on the pattern, leaving behind the logic, you'll say that it is not a perfect one. But if you observe, price already rejected in that zone. Sellers are already strong in that zone. And now you have a red color body with characteristics very similar to a shooting star. Close of the red candle didn't try to come below the previous candle open price. No, shooting star, this is not the rule. Why should it come below the low of the previous? We didn't study this rule, right, yesterday? If it is red color, we don't need any confirmation. Now calculate the size of the body and calculate the size of the total candle. It is very much near to the one third of the total size. This is a perfect shooting star. Even if it was not a perfect shooting star, the color of the body is red and there is a good amount of rejection from the top. And in which area is it getting the rejection? In the prior resistance zone. I'll show you one more reason why I have shorted this. Let me go to a higher time frame. 30 minutes is enough. There is a trend line resistance as well at the same zone. See, already there was a trend line resistance from where the price got rejected, and it also maintained its horizontal resistance. Now, if I go back onto 240-minute chart or daily time frame, and the area where I drew my resistance level, see the amount of gap you have before these two red candles and see the amount of gap you have after these two. So what does a gap signify? It signifies urgency in selling. They are ready to sell at lower prices as well. That is the reason you are able to see this much amount of gap. Even prior to that, after to that also you have a large gap. So try to understand the logic behind these resistance and supports. Why is price facing a resistance there, or why is price facing a support there? If you don't understand the logic behind that, then you will not be able to successfully trade those patterns. And yes, this is a perfect shooting star pattern. You have to calculate the distance between open and close here, and high and low. So if open minus close is uh, less than or equal to one third of high minus low, we can call it as a perfect shooting star. Sometimes it might be near to that. So as I told you, do not be rigid on finding these patterns. Try to be flexible. This was the example that I wanted to show you. So the next pattern, previous buyer strength is not completely carried away by sellers. No, I'm asking you, why are you seeing that? Previous buyer strength, if it completely takes over that, you will not get a chance to participate at all. So here, the first candle itself, it opened huge gap up, it rallied, and within starting 30 minutes, you got 3.43% rally. Again, the next candle, it gave 0.65. So overall, these two candles in the starting 1 hour, there was around 4% rally. Now, if you wait until price comes down, if you wait until all these buyers are taken out, where will you enter? What is going to be your stop loss, and what is going to be your risk there? And how will you fix your target? Okay, you want to say that these buyers are not taken out still. No, in a shooting star, you don't see that. Only if you have a wick onto the lower side, then you say that there are still buyers waiting there. But here, this is not so aggressive. So if not in this candle, they'll be taken out in the next candle. So while looking at hammer, green hammer and red shooting star, we need not bother about any candles prior to that. Only the other patterns like red hammer or green shooting star or hanging mans or inverted hammers, then you have to look the prior candles or anything like that. But mostly in any candlestick pattern, you need not look at the prior candles like this. If you combine both of them, that will become a two candlestick pattern, which we are going to study in today's session. Right. So today we are going to start with bullish engulfing pattern, the two candlestick pattern this is. So bullish engulfing candlestick pattern, it falls under the bullish criteria, and it is a two candlestick pattern. So till now we have only considered one candle like this. So this is a shooting star. Like this, it can be a hanging man as well. But we are only considering a single candle at a time. Now starting from now, what we'll do is we'll consider two candles at a time, so that we'll get to know, because as I told you, the fight between buyers and sellers, sometimes the buyers might not be able to defeat the sellers in a single day. They might take a day or two. Similarly, sellers might not be able to defeat the buyers in a single day. They might take a day or two. That's the reason we are now shifting to one candle. We are now shifting to two candle patterns from one candle patterns. Now, before this, there are one more variety in bullish and bearish. So this is the candle which has no wicks at all. So one is a red color one, and the other is a green color one. There won't be any shadows, and there won't be anything like that. So here what happens is the close price and the high price both are same. The opening price and the low price both are same here. Similarly, Here price opens and that itself is the day's high, which tells that starting from the day bears were very strong, and here this is the close price and this itself is the low price. So until the end of the day they were able to maintain the strength. So this is the strongest single bullish candle pattern, this is the strongest single bearish candle pattern, and the name of this is Marubozu, or it is also called as clean shaved patterns, because there are no wicks on the top, there are no wicks at the bottom, they are called as clean shaved patterns. So these are the strongest. So if you compare the strength now, first place goes to bullish Marubozu, second place goes to hammer, that too the green one, then third place goes to red hammer, fourth place green inverted hammer, and fifth place goes to red inverted hammer. Similarly, on the bearish side also, this red Marubozu will occupy the first place. Then comes the shooting star, which is red in color, then green shooting star, then a red hanging man, and finally the green hanging man. This is the ranking of single candle patterns. Now we are looking at the double candle patterns. So bullish engulfing pattern, it appears at the end of bearish rally, appears at the end of bearish rally. Now, before looking at these two candlestick patterns, you should be aware of something called as a gap. Just now I have discussed. So gap is an area where no trades took place. Why will there be an area where a trade does not take place? So yesterday's closing price was 100 rupees. All of a sudden, today's opening price is 105. Then what happened to that area in between 100 and 105? Buyers are in an urgency that they want to establish their positions at any cost. They are even ready to buy at higher prices as well. This shows there is certain in euphoria which is spread in the market and the news is positive there. Because of that positive news, people are rushing to enter into that stock on the buy side, because of which there is a huge gap up in the opening price. Now within this gap also you have two terms, one is gap up and the other is gap down. So what is gap up? If today's opening price is greater than yesterday's closing price, that is called as gap up. And what is gap down? If today's opening price is less than yesterday's closing price, that is called as gap down. So sometimes you might have just a 0.5% difference, sometimes you might have 5%, 10% gap up or gap down openings. So the percentage amount of gap between the today's opening and yesterday's closing price, it does not tell you whether that is a strong gap or if it is not a strong gap, that we cannot say by the amount of the percent. Even if it is 0.1% also, we have to call it as gap up or gap down based on if today's closing price is greater than yesterday's closing price or lesser than that. Now let's see the pictorial format of this. How does a gap up look like? So this is today's candle and the body is green. Now tomorrow's candle, the opening price, just concentrate on the opening price. So this is today's closing price. Sorry, this is yesterday's closing price and this is today's opening price. Now this small gap which you are seeing, this is called as gap up opening. This is called as gap up opening. Now in this, you might have certain variations. So the first candle, it can be red in color as well. So this can be red, and the second candle can be green. Even here also, this is the closing price of yesterday and this is the opening price of today. This is also a gap up opening. One more variation can be a green candle and a red candle. You just have to focus on today's opening price and yesterday's closing price. That's it. If today's opening price is greater than yesterday's closing price, you have to call it as a gap up opening. Now, it can be this variety, or it can be this variety, or it can be this variety, or some other variety may also come. Just compare today's opening price with yesterday's closing price. If it is greater, we call it as gap up opening. If it is smaller, we call it as gap down opening. And the gap which I was talking about, so here what happened on that day? So price closed here and buyers are now ready to buy at this price. Why is that case? Because they are afraid that they'll not be able to participate in the rally. So there is some strong positive news regarding that stock or sector or market, and they feel that price is going to go sharply upside. And they are afraid that they might not get a chance if they don't enter now. So they want to take an immediate action. So they buy at market prices. When they buy at market prices in the pre-market session, immediately whoever wants to sell at limit order, their orders will get hit and it opens a huge gap. Even here also, the gap up happens only when buyers are very aggressive in the pre-market session. So this is gap up and gap down. Now we'll see some kind of varieties here based on our double candle patterns. So we are starting with the bullish engulfing pattern, and bullish engulfing pattern appears at the end of a bearish rally. That means price is falling down like this every day. So as I told you yesterday, when I talk about candlestick patterns, I'll only refer to daily time frame. You can copy the same theory to the other time frames as well. So every day price is falling down, and the last candle that we had here was a red candle. We had a red candle. So even on this day, people were like confident that bearishness is still going to propel in the market. But to their dismay, what happened is next day price opened lower. So when price opens lower, what does that signify? It signifies that there is bearishness still in the market. So gap down signifies bearishness, gap up signifies bullishness. Because gap up means what? Buyers are more aggressive. That means there is bullishness in the market. Gap down means what? Sellers are more aggressive. That means bearishness still prevails in the market. So everybody thought the same. Since the price has opened gap down today, they thought that even on this day also price is going to close below. It is going to be a bearish rally even today. This is what everybody thought. But to their surprise, what happened is the strong bulls entered here. They took the price higher and higher, higher and higher, and it closed above the previous day's opening price. So who all are defeated here? The bears who stood here, who were responsible for this gap down, those intraday bears were defeated, and all those bears who existed until here, all those bears who existed until here, they were also defeated. So who are these bears? They were from the longer time frames, the previous day, not today. Today's bears are already defeated at the starting of the session itself. Here itself, today's bears are defeated. Now, when it goes higher, these bulls are now fighting with the longer time frame bears. So these longer time frame bears were responsible for this fall in price. They were responsible for this fall in price. So now those bulls, they were fighting with the longer time frame bears as well, and they were successfully beaten down. These bears were successfully beaten down. So the color of this candle now should be green. This is called as a bullish engulfing. The reason word engulfing used here is because the body of this red candle is completely covered by this body of the green candle. In other words, the dictionary meaning of engulfing is one object covering the other object. That is the reason this word is used for this pattern. Now, when this bullish engulfing pattern is seen, you will immediately be on the bullish side. The closing price of this bullish engulfing will be your entry price, and if this bullish engulfing makes a low on that day, the low of that price, the low of that candle will be your stop loss. So entry and stop loss both are fixed in a bullish engulfing pattern. Immediately after this bullish engulfing, you see that price will rise. Now the mandatory condition here is there should be at least a 10% fall prior to this bullish engulfing. Why 10% fall is mandatory? Because this sort of exhaustion is what I need. Only when there is exhaustion in the other party, I will successfully win over them. So in a test match, if players are playing for continuously playing for 5 days, either of the party will exhaust, and the party which exhausted, it is more prone to defeat. Same concept applies even here. So if there is a 10% fall continuously since past 10 days or since past 2 or 3 days, whatever it may be, but I need a 10% fall. If this fall is there, so bears who started their position somewhere here, who are bearish from this point, they have enjoyed 10% fall. That means they got 10% profit on their capital here. So they have put certain capital at this price. Now they got 10% profit. Now, the human psychology mostly would be when someone gets more than 10% profit, he'll definitely try to exit his position. And after this gap down, when strong bulls have stepped in, one is panicking situation will start in this bears. They'll start thinking, who is the opposite party who is able to defeat me? I was so strong all these days. I am responsible for this 10% fall, but the opposite person is able to defeat me. So better let me get out with whatever profits I have got till now. This is the psychology behind this bullish engulfing pattern. And the bulls are still stronger. It closed above this red candle. So all these bears, they will start moving out slowly from their existing short positions. And that will lead to a bullish rally. So what is the price action that we see here? From the seller side, it will be short covering positions, and from buyer side, aggressive buying. So what is short covering here? So when you initiate your positions in the market, you can take long position or you can take short position. What is long? Buying first. Your first position in the market will be buying. Now this long position, how will you exit? You will sell the stock. When you sell the stock, that is called as long unwinding. And if you are bearish on the stock, you will go short. What is going short? You will first sell There is a provision for this in futures, in options, and in equities in intraday session. You will be able to do this. You can first sell in the market, then buy back. Normally, this is not possible in the real world. You can sell any good only if you have it. If you don't have the good and if you try to sell, that is a crime. But in stock market, this is possible. There is a facility for the same, and that is called as going short. So you will sell the stock first, and then to close this short position, what you will do, you will buy it. And this buying back or closing your existing short position, it is called as short covering. So here the reason for this rally is because people who were short all in this rally, now they want to close their existing short position. So what will they do? They'll buy the stock. So they are short covering their position. Along with them, there are also aggressive buyers. Because of that, because of both coming together and buying, there is a huge rally on the upside. So price will continue to be bullish here. Now, exactly opposite to this, when there is a sharp rise in price and after that you see a green candle, and next day price opens gap up. So this is all because of the strong bulls. They were bullish here. There is at least 10% rise in price now. So our new condition here would be 10% rise in price, because I want these to exhaust. After getting a 10% profit, definitely most of the people will try to exit their existing long positions. So on this day also, there is a green candle. So bulls are in an impression that there is still buying trend going on in this particular stock. And even on the next day also, a gap up opening happens. Now we know that if there is a gap up, it will once again signify that there are buyers still strong in the market. Now what happens is the strong sellers, they step in all of a sudden, they push down the prices lower and lower, lower and lower, and they are now able to defeat the sellers who were present at the start of the day, who were responsible for this gap up. These sellers are able to defeat these buyers, and the price continued down, and the sellers are now able to defeat the previous day bulls. These were the longer time frame bulls. How am I able to say that? Only longer time frame people have the capacity to move the price, to change the direction of the price. Intraday traders does not have the capacity. Only the long term traders or long term investors can do so. Now what happened here? These sellers, they are able to defeat the intraday bears, and they are also able to defeat the longer time frame bulls. Sorry, intraday bulls and longer time frame bulls. Now after this pattern is seen in the market, price will start falling down, because bears have now the control over the market. They got the grip over the market. This is called as bearish engulfing. Because red candle is covering the green candle, you call this as a bearish engulfing. And here, green candle, bulls are covering bears. That is the reason this is called as bullish engulfing. Here, bears are covering bulls, so this is called as bearish engulfing. Now, these patterns are slightly rare. When you compare the occurrence of single candle patterns and double candle patterns, uh, the rate of occurrence is slightly less here, but when they appear after this 10% rise or fall, they'll give you good amount of returns. And in this case also, if there is any high for this red candle, if there is any high, that high will be your stop loss, and the closing price of the bearish engulfing is going to be your entry price. And after that, you will be able to see a fall in price. So this is bullish engulfing, this is bearish engulfing. Now here what we are able to see is this green candle is completely able to cover the red candle. So sometimes what happens is it will come, it will rise up, it will either stop at the middle of this red candle or above the middle, but it will not be able to cover the whole candle. So that is the second variation of bullish engulfing. Let me show you that. I'll draw it and I'll show you. So first, what is bullish engulfing pattern? There will be a red candle here, and then there will be a green candle like this. This happens after a fall, and then you will be able to see a rise. Body of first candle will be red, body of the second candle will be green. So here the second candle is completely able to cover the body of the first candle, and we call this as bullish engulfing. Now we'll see the second variety of this. Same again, there will be a fall in price. Then there will be first candle which is red in color, and the second candle opens gap down, but it will either close at the half of this red candle or above the half, somewhere around here or here, but it will not be able to close above the previous day's opening price. So the color here would be red and the color here would be green. We have to mark a horizontal line near the half of this red candle. Rest of the characteristics remains the same. This fall in price, this gap down, all are same. Only thing is the second one is not able to cover the first one. It is able to cover a distance of average price here or above the average, but not completely. Now this name of this variation is piercing pattern. All the characteristics remain same. After this, the price will start rising. Now in a piercing pattern, since the candle is not able to cover completely, the red candle body is not covered completely, we have to wait for one more candle which closes. We have to wait until one more candle which defeats these rest of the bears. So it stopped here. There are some more bears who are existing in this gap. Now I want these bears also to be defeated. So I need one more green candle which closes at least above this opening price. If that happens, I can take a trade at the closing price of this candle. But the stop loss will be low of this first green candle only. So entry will be here, stop loss will be here. What is stop loss? If price reverses back, if I'm into losses, I'll exit my complete position here. Or if it is into profits, then I'll wait until my target is reached. So any trade, you will exit in two conditions. Either your profit is met or your stop loss is hit. So in this case, this is my stop loss. And why am I waiting for one more candle? Because there are some more bears left and I don't want them to stop my bullish journey. So I'll wait for one more candle. Now there is a variation of bearish engulfing as well. So bearish engulfing, first candle will be green and second candle will be red. And this you see after at least 10% rise in price, and after this pattern is seen, the price is going to fall down. Now the color of the bodies, second one will be red and first one will be green. So this red candle is completely able to cover the body of the first green candle. Now the variation of the same. So what will happen? Price will rise at least 10%. You will have first candle as a green candle and second candle opens gap up. So body of the first candle is green. Now Second candle is also going to open gap up. So characteristics until now remain the same as bearish engulfing only. Now when the bear starts, so when the price starts falling down, when bears start exhibiting their strength, it is not able to cover the complete body of the green. It will either stop at the middle point or below the middle point of this green candle. So that's a mandatory condition. The fall here, the closing price of this red candle, it should be either equal to the average price of this open and close or below the average. Then only I can call it as second variation of bearish engulfing. Now since this red candle here, it is not completely able to cover the body of the green, I have to wait for one more candle which closes below the opening price of this green. Only if that happens, I'm sure of the bearishness to continue. And after this, the price starts falling down. So this bulls, they also must be defeated. That's the reason I'm waiting for one more candle here. Now the name of the first pattern was bearish engulfing. The variation's name is dark cloud cover. So dark cloud cover is a variation of bearish engulfing. Piercing is a variation of bullish engulfing. Clear everyone? These engulfing patterns and their variations. Please type yes if you have understood, or else if you have any doubt you can ask me. Right. Now we'll see one more pattern which is a mirror image of engulfing patterns. Let me clear all this. So first we'll draw engulfing pattern, bullish engulfing. So first candle is red in color, second candle is green in color. Price is going to rise here. Mirror image of this. Even in this scenario also price will fall down. Then you will have a large red color body. Now next day, instead of opening gap down, price will open gap up. So it will open gap up like this and it will close inside the body of this red candle only. It will open gap up and it will close inside the body of this red candle. This is called as bullish Harami pattern. There's no need to remember the names of these candle patterns, just you have to know the psychology behind them. This is bullish Harami and this is bullish engulfing. Just a mirror image of this. Here the green candle is big and it is covering the red candle. Here the red candle is big and it is covering the green candle. Even in this scenario also price is going to rise. Now what is the psychology behind this? All those bears who are continuing their position here, because of a gap up opening, they fell into a trap. So I have my existing bearish position, but price has become bullish. So in that scenario, what should I do? I should exit my existing position. Now bears are forced to exit their position here. Bears are forced to exit their short position, because of which there is a small rally here. So this green candle is because of short covering. There are no new bulls as of now, only short covering happened. And what is the reason for this short covering? Because there is a gap up. Short covering is there on this day because of a gap up, and because of this short covering there is a small bullish rally. New bulls are not yet there. So definitely I want a confirmation of new bulls. So what will I do? I'll wait for one more green candle which will close above this opening price. If that happens, I'm sure that new bulls also now have entered into the market and they will take the price to a new high. So for bullish Harami also, you have to wait for one more candle which closes above the opening price of this red candle. And what is the reason for this small green candle? A small gap up opening has happened because of which people who shorted at this area, their stop losses get hit. Or some might keep their stop loss at higher price, but they start panicking because of this gap up and they are forced to exit their short position. That is called as the short covering. And as of now, new buy positions are not yet initiated. They will be initiated only when one more green candle closes above the opening price of this red candle. This is called as the bullish Harami. Now we'll see the mirror image of bearish engulfing. So bearish engulfing, there will be a green candle like this. I'll clear everything. So bearish engulfing, there will be a green candle like this and a red candle which closes below the green. So prior to this, there was a rise in price. There was a rise in price and then fall in price. Now mirror image of this, the first candle will be large, second candle will be small. Now first candle body will be green, second candle body will be red. Prior to this, there is a rise in price and after this, there will be a fall in price. Now what is the psychology? After a 10% rise, those people who initiated their long positions here, because of this gap down opening next day, they start panicking and they exit their positions. So people who are long, if they exit their existing position, we call it as long unwinding. Exit their buy positions. Now, because of this long unwinding only, we saw this small red candle. Here, no new bears exist. They did not enter yet. Only if I get a red candle which closes below this green candle's opening, that will give me a confirmation that strong bears have now entered, and at this closing price I'll start entering into the market on the bear side. So the name for this is bearish engulfing and the name for this is bearish Harami. So these are the three variations that you have in two candlestick patterns. So in two candlestick patterns till now what all we have seen, under bullish category we have bullish engulfing, then piercing pattern which is just a variation of bullish engulfing, and then bullish Harami pattern. Similarly on the bear side you have bearish engulfing, then the other variation dark cloud cover, and then the bearish Harami. These are the 6 patterns that you have in two candlesticks. We are combining two candlesticks here. The last candlestick patterns that we are going to look now is the 3 candlesticks. So now we will combine 3 candlesticks together. The first one that we are going to look at is morning star, and the second one that we are going to look at is evening star. Now morning star, it appears at the end of a bearish rally, so there will be at least a 10% fall in price. Now the first candle appears here. So the first candle is red in color like this. The second candle, it opens gap down. It opens gap down and its size is very less. The size of the candle, it is very less. But the color is red. It can be green also. You just have to look at the size of the body. And this gap down opening is mandatory here. So the first rule in morning star is gap down. Second rule in morning star is the second candle that you consider, its range should be very less. Second candle's range in between open and close should be very less. By just looking with your naked eye, you must be able to differentiate it. Should be very less. What does this signify now? Bears are so strong since all these days, and gap down also happened, but they are not able to maintain their aggressiveness now. Some might be looking to exit their positions, or some are not at all interested in carrying their positions. So what happens is, next day price will open gap up. It will close above the opening price of the first day, and the color will be green here. When this pattern appears, immediately you can enter at the closing price of this candle. So your entry will be here, and immediately a rise in price will be seen. Now this gap down, whichever bears have caused this gap down, and whichever bears existed here, within a single candle, all these bears, they were defeated by a single candle. 2 days of bears. Now till now, in hammer or whatever it is, in a single candle pattern, we saw that bears of intraday were defeated. In two candlestick patterns, we saw that bears of previous day or bulls of previous day were defeated. Now in three candle patterns, we are seeing that the bears or bulls of past 2 days are being defeated with a single candle. So the strength of bulls here, it should be twice as the strength of the bears here. Only then it is possible. So these bulls are having twice the amount of strength when you compare it with all these bears. And this is called as morning star. You can immediately buy it here. And exactly opposite to this, there will be at least a 10% rise in price. Then you'll be able to see a strong green candle like this. And a day after that, there will be a gap up opening, but the range of the candle will be very small. That itself tells that bulls are not in a mood to continue their bullishness. Otherwise, they would have been aggressive on this day also, and because of that aggressiveness, length of this candle would have been very long. So they are not in a mood to continue their positions. The color of this will be green. And the next day, price will open gap down, and it will close below this green candle's opening price. So the bulls that existed on these 2 days, they are now being defeated by this single candle. So the bears that existed on this day, they have twice the strength of all these bulls. That is the reason they are able to defeat them, and that is the reason it is able to close below the opening price of this green candle. No, in loss of momentum, you actually have one more candle. So let me show you how a loss of momentum looks like. So that also has a name. I'll show you. There are around 81 candlestick patterns. If you're interested, I'll share you the image with you. So there will be two or more green candles like this, and immediately a red candle will eat away all these green candles. Green, 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 and then red. This is the loss of momentum setup. Let me show you the 83 candlestick patterns. This is the first list, and this is the second list. Now if you see, that also has a name to it, bullish three line strike. The actual name for that is bullish three line strike. There is a bearish version also for the same. So those bulls who are standing here, all those were eaten away by this single candle. So this is an institutional participation. What is an institutional participation? Either the insurance companies or public provident fund companies or the mutual funds, they have entered here. Only they can do this, not some retail traders. So the name for this is this. As I told you, there are around 81 or 82 candlestick patterns, and this is the exhaustive list for the same. Yeah, I'll share this image in the group. So this was morning star, and this is evening star. So I have given you the foundation now, how to understand a candlestick pattern, how to understand the fight between bulls and bears. Now when I share the image with you in the group, go through each of those candlestick pattern and try to write it in words. What happened on that day? Was there a gap up? Was there a gap down? Or if the fight was only on that day, or if the fight is in between 2 days or 3 days, what is actually happening behind that? So more the number of candlestick patterns, more will be the strength. Because here 2 day bulls were being defeated. Here 2 day bears were being defeated. Now this candlestick pattern, you have four candles at a time, and this single candle is now defeating all the bulls on these 3 days. So more the candles, more will be the strength. In the star patterns, you're asking size of first and third candle. In the star patterns, are you asking it? Yes, size of the candle matters. This should be longer candle here. Here, this should be the longer candle. Then it will add more to your confirmation. So everybody clear? Whatever candlestick patterns that we have discussed till now, is it all clear? If you have any doubts, you can ask it, or you can type yes in the chat box if you are clear about all the candlestick patterns. If you understood the topic, please type yes in the chat box. And if you want me to repeat anything, you can ask the doubt. Right. Okay, then let's close it for today. I'll share those patterns immediately in the group. And again, we'll meet at 7 p.m. tomorrow. We'll start with the chart patterns. How candles form in different time frames. The same, we'll look at the open, high, low, and close prices. See, you have different time frames. Just a moment. So you have different time frames. If it is a 5-minute chart, the price levels will be from 9:15 to 9:20. You have different open, high, low, close. So based on that, one candle will form. Similarly, in from 9:20 to 9:25, you will have one set of OHLC. So you have one more candle now. If it is a 60-minute chart, then you have 9:15 to 10:15 now. So inside this time interval, you will take the open, high, low, and close. Again from 10:15 to 11:15, you will take the OHLC. So opening price would be the price at which the stock opened at 10:15. Closing price would be the last price at 11:15. And in between this, whatever is the maximum price, that will be high. Whatever is the minimum price, that is your low. The same goes for daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly. These dragonfly or gravestone doji, those are not any stronger patterns. And doji is nothing but a both buyers or sellers, they are agreeing up at a single price, which is nothing but the opening price of that day. So it majorly reverses the trend. So somebody has asked for a doji pattern. So how does a doji pattern look? This will be the high and low, and there won't be any body. It will be like this, just like a cross. So this will be the high price, this will be the low, and on that day, open will be equal to close. So there is an mutual agreement between buyers and sellers. And the result of this is price reverses. The trend will reverse. So this doji does not fall under bullish or bearish criteria. If there is a prior bullish trend like this, price will reverse and become bearish. If there is a prior bearish trend, price will reverse and become bullish. It only knows to reverse the existing trend. See, morning star, the stop loss will be the candle low, the small range body, the second candle, its low. Entry price would be the candle which is closing the rest of the two candles. That will be your entry price in both morning and evening star. Second candle low is your stop loss. Third candle close price is your entry. And I don't suggest anyone to trade based on these dojis because they appear every now and then. So we should not. And here, this mutual agreement, we don't know until what time that exists in between buyers and sellers. We know that both of them are enemies and they only know to fight. We cannot believe that both of them are in mutual agreement. So that's the reason deliberately I left out this candlestick pattern. We want only those patterns which have highest probability. So I covered only those candlestick patterns. Right. Thank you everyone for joining. Let's meet at 7 p.m. tomorrow and start with chart patterns.